everybody, and welcome to Doctor Who Review. I'm your host, Morgan McAvoy, and today I'll be talking about the BBC's Centenary special of Doctor Who, The Power of the Doctor. Now, if you haven't seen the episode, then you might want to stop watching, because remember, spoilers. I loved seeing the Doctor, Yaz, and Dan working together to save the craft that was being attacked by Cybermen, even though getting out of the TARDIS wasn't easy. But I was also worried when Dan got the hole in his helmet, since I didn't want anything bad to happen to him. So I was glad that nothing bad happened, but it was still really sad when Dan told the Doctor and Yaz that they didn't have to come back for him. But I also understood why, since Dan had just been close to dying and he wanted to get back to his life. But I do hope that we see Dan again in the future. It was a surprise when a Dalek contacted the Doctor and told her that it meant her no harm and that it wanted to meet with her and that it would help her destroy the rest of the Daleks. And considering the type of relationship that the Doctor has had with the Daleks, it was understandable why she didn't trust it. But this Dalek was actually telling the truth. Now, I've never watched any of the Doctor Who episodes from 1963 to 1989, so I didn't already know Ace and Tegan, but I loved them in this episode, and I couldn't wait to see them reunite with the Doctor, especially since it's been a long time since either one of them have seen the Doctor. So when they reunited with the Doctor, I understood why Tegan was upset, since she hadn't seen the Doctor in 38 years. But I also thought it was funny when the Doctor accidentally shocked Ace and Tegan. But I was also wondering why she did that, since later on she also shocked Yaz. And then when Yaz was talking to the hologram of the Doctor, it was revealed that the Doctor planned it. I felt sorry for the people the Master hypnotized as Rasputin, but it also wasn't a surprise, since that sounds like something the Master would do. But I was wondering what he was up to, and he wanted to give the Doctor a warning and told her she should leave Earth, otherwise she would be erased from existence. But knowing the Doctor, it was obvious that she wasn't going to listen. Even though the Master is evil, you can't deny that he's clever, since he was able to get the Cybermen to invade UNIT, including the lone Cyberman, by sending a Cyberman doll to Tegan, pretending that the Doctor sent it. And since the Cybermen were at UNIT, I was hoping that Kate, Tegan, and Ace would be okay. So I was glad that Ace got out. But since Tegan decided to go back and help Kate, I was hoping that nothing bad would happen to them. I was happy to see Vinder again, but I was wondering why he wasn't with Belle, since the last time we saw them, Belle was pregnant with Vinder's child. But when Vinder saw the Master's TARDIS, I was hoping nothing bad would happen to him, so I was very glad that it didn't. It also wasn't a surprise that the Doctor's attempt to get information from the Dalek didn't end well, and the Doctor was captured by the Daleks and taken to the Master, who wanted to force her to regenerate. But it was pretty funny when the Master was dancing. It was definitely a surprise to find out that the Master wanted to force the Doctor to regenerate into him. And when that happened, and the Master told Yaz that the Doctor was gone forever, it was obvious that that wasn't true. And I was really proud of Yaz for abandoning the Master on the planet. But I was curious to see how the Doctor would be brought back. But I knew that Yaz wouldn't rest until she brought the Doctor back. It was really cool to see the Doctor talking to past versions of herself, and it was also really helpful that Yaz was able to talk to a hologram of the Doctor to find out how she could reverse the forced regeneration. And when Yaz went back to pick the Master up, I couldn't wait to find out what her and Vinder's plan was. It was also really sweet to see Ace and Tegan get to talk to their respective doctors. And I was also really happy to see Graham again, but it was sad that Ryan wasn't there. When Kate surrendered herself to the Cybermen, I was worried, since I obviously didn't want her to die. So I was very happy that Tegan was able to save her. And I was also really happy to see the Ruth Doctor again. And she, Yaz, and Vinder were able to save the Doctor. It was also really sweet to see the Doctor thank Yaz for saving her. I loved seeing the Doctor, Yaz, Ace, Tegan, Kate, and Graham working together to stop the volcanoes. And I was also glad that Vinder was able to get off the planet before it was destroyed, since I wanted him to reunite with Belle and his child, even though we didn't get a chance to actually see that happen. It was also really sad to see Yaz carry the Doctor into the TARDIS after the Master shot her with a laser. And it was also sad to see the Doctor and Yaz spend their last moment together before the Doctor regenerated. I really hope we see Yaz again in the future. I thought the group of past companions talking about their time with the Doctor was a really great idea, Since the only people that people who have spent time with the doctor can talk to about their experiences are other people who have also spent time with the doctor, it also was really sad to see the doctor regenerate. But I am curious to see how it's explained why she regenerated back into David Tennant. I know that there are people who didn't like Jodie Whittaker's era as the Doctor, but I loved it, and I am really going to miss her. But I'm excited to see what happens next now that David Tennant is back as the Doctor. And I'm also excited to see Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor. I'm also curious to see how it's explained why Catherine Tate is back as Donna, since if Donna remembers the Doctor, she'll die. Thanks for watching, guys! If you saw the episode, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. And if you want to see any of my previous Doctor Who reviews, check out the playlist. And if you want to see any of my future Doctor Who reviews or any of my other future videos, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.